the wait. Now, the wait has a lot of different meanings, and we're not talking about the wait in terms of relationships, but you could look at it from that angle. But worth the wait. What does that mean to you? Hello everyone, I am Raven M. Harris, and as always, I am excited that you are here. One thing that I want to do on this platform is hopefully inspire you to think. So today we're talking about happy now versus comfortable later. Is it worth the wait? So I remember in grad school, I front-loaded a lot of my courses so that my last semester was really just a breeze, right? I had done all of the work up front towards the beginning so I could chill and coast towards the end. At the time, I was just trying to get over with, quite frankly, as soon as possible. I don't even know if I was thinking of coast to the end. I was just like, I just want to be done with this. I've always not been fond of the traditional school environment. And I went straight from undergrad to grad school. So I wanted to make sure that when I got in grad school, I was like, okay, let me get this done as soon as possible. And I got an amazing job my last semester of grad school. So I was like, and it paid well, good people. I was like, winner, winner, chicken dinner. So fast forward to present day, right? I think we all love instant gratification. I don't know anybody who would love to wait. You know, I think that we hear all these stories about people like losing their minds in the fast food drive-throughs. It's like people want everything quick, fast, and in a hurry. But how does that apply towards like life when you're working towards massive goals? Do you sacrifice your happiness in the now for what could be in the future? Do you sacrifice the fun, the social life, to like, oh, well, when I get older and I have my resources or what have you, or I have my cash stack, then I'll enjoy. I think about people who are like celebrities that skip college or skip high school and had tutors and things like that. It's like, So those are stories of people who made these, massive sacrifices and they paid off. But is that everybody's story who's continue to make sacrifices and they haven't seen the payoff yet? So this is like a video where I really want people to think, because it's something I had a conversation with one of my friends the other day. And, her perspective is that we are working now and that we will see the fruits of our labor in a decade. And where I was kind of like, I was like, I hear you. But the other part of me was like, but what about the now? I need to enjoy the now. I want to have fun in the now. Some people will say, well, do both, right? You gotta, walk, chewing gum, or balance. I don't know if there's any such thing, but that's the phrase that you hear. I think I'm gonna make a whole video on balance, because I have a lot of different feelings about people. They're like, oh, you should be able to balance. It's like, is that real? Is that possible? They like smell the flowers, while you're doing it, enjoy the journey. And I do believe that there is some truth to having to enjoy the journey and really be committed to the journey. So versus so outcome focused, or you will be miserable in the journey. But I'm also thinking about someone like I was reading, I've mentioned this a couple of times on this platform, the book Relentless, where the athletic coach for Michael Jordan talks about the sacrifice to be a great. And it's like, okay, well, financially, he's definitely reaping those benefits. Uh, but I'd be curious to know, like, I don't know if there's any, interviews that are out there, but was it worth it? How much of it was worth it, for that to have been that period of your life where that's where you lived, eat, slept, dreamed, your particular craft? Do you have any regrets? If you could do it all over again, would you? Just things like that. You even hear about people like Beyonce, who didn't go to college and who was so devoted to her craft. Now, these are people who became like megastars, icons. But there's some other stories out there too that I'd be curious to know about. Like, was it worth it? So let me know in the comments. This is just conversation, and I want to know, what do you think? Are certain things worth the wait? And are certain things not worth the wait? Is it possible to, just wait to be comfortable later and sacrifice, the happiness in the now? Or is that too big of a sacrifice because later isn't promised? All you have is now. It's like the book, The Power of Now. So I'd love to know people's thoughts, feedback, banter, just about like how they feel about things. And is it relative to the situation, or is it one of those it depends? Because it's something I've been thinking about. It's like, okay, well, it's like even saving, right? When you're saving money, I heard this, and not sure if this is true, that I haven't fact checked it, that most people die with hundreds of thousands of dollars that they didn't spend. And some of it's not left willed to anyone. So it's like, okay, well, you amassed all this stuff, but you didn't utilize these resources and you had access to them. So was it worth it to save everything for later? Or could they have maximized it or used it more to enjoy their life or invest in something while they were alive? I don't know. So let me know, what do you think about happy now versus comfortable later?